and welcome to the Direct Selling Success Podcast. I'm Anna Green, and I'm here to share with you tips, tricks, and training on network marketing done right. Thank you for listening.
Hello, how are we all doing today? The weather where I am currently is gorgeous. It's a bit windy, but do you know what? The blue skies outside my room at the moment where I'm recording this podcast have just lifted my mood. It has been a dull old month here in Yorkshire, and today, yeah, it's a bit chilly. Yeah, it's a bit windy, but the birds are out. We're sat eating at the bird feeder. The sun's out, blue sky, all the little snowdrops and daffodils have started to come through, and I don't know what, it just lifts your mood, doesn't it? And it makes you want to get up and go, and it makes you feel, new starts and let's spring into action and all those things. So I thought today's podcast could be talking to you about taking some action. And I wanted to talk to you particularly with the new year being well and truly, we've passed that now. We're now into, full on into the year. We need to start focusing on growing our audiences. And we need to meet new people, and we need to build those relationships with these people, and we need to be actively encouraging them to purchase from us. We are business owners at the end of the day. We want the money, don't we? We want the recognition, we want the success. Yes. Honestly, tell me if I'm wrong. You're in network marketing, direct sales. You're in this for a reason, and that is to be successful in whatever way that should look to you. And to do that, you need consistently to be bringing in new people to your world, to be bringing in those people who you're going to then build the relationships with, who are then going to purchase from you, some of which will purchase from you. So how you do that has to align with you to make your business bring you joy. I know this because I've been in the industry myself. I was in the industry, direct selling industry for 17 years. And I've been running direct selling success training and mentoring business for the past 5 years. And I know that if you're wanting to build and grow, an audience is key. You need to be speaking to new people, to your people, keeping visible in front of those people, and offering them amazing opportunities, and whatever your business is. So I wanted to give you a really simple formula that I use, that I teach, so that you can remember how to do this. And to bring in the consistent new, you need to follow my acronym. I love an acronym. The acronym is GEARS. If you want to sell without spam, if you don't want to feel icky about approaching new people, if you want to build a team without having to drop into random strangers' inboxes or prospect or do that weird attraction marketing thing that some people attempt on social media that just makes me cringe. Oh my gosh. Then you need to learn some gears. It's like driving a car. You can't really drive a car without learning the gears first. So these are the gears for your successful audience growth without the spam. G, like I said, we love a good acronym. So G for gears, genuine connection. This is crucial if you want to sell with authenticity. That genuine connection between you and them is what is going to help build that like, know, and trust between the two of you. If you're connecting just because you want to sell them something, there'll be a disconnect between you and them. If you are connecting because you want to help them, because you like them, because you have something in common, because you relate to what they're all about, you know you can serve them better, that will help start this genuine connection. And you have to nurture this genuine connection. It's all well and good, meeting people, but if you meet them just once and then expect them to buy, you'll miss out on so much. Building that genuine connection with people will make such a difference to how much you sell. Building on those relationships, find out about them, get to know them. Let them get to know who you are as a person and a business owner. I mean, you obviously don't share everything. You don't have to share everything with them. That's not necessary. But they've got to resonate with you. They've got to understand you. They've got to trust that you're the person that is going to help them with that thing that you sell, with that team aspect as well, whichever one you're talking to them about. Because if they don't, and there's not that genuine connection there, why would they stay shopping from you? Why would they stay in your team? Why would they choose you over anybody else? It's that genuine connection that you form. The genuine connection helps you grow your audience without that spam because they trust you enough to recommend you to their friends. They like you enough to have conversations. They know you well enough to talk to you about the problems that they've got. And that really massively helps you solve their problems and serve them better with your services and products. Okay. So back to gears. What's next in gears? E. E is next in gears. E stands for educate. Now, I think this is a really valuable part of helping you grow your audience. Become the expert. Now, when I talk about being an expert, I don't mean that you have to know more than anybody else, that you can't be successful unless you're so knowledgeable. I don't mean that at all. What I mean by educating and being an expert is that you can teach people something that they don't know. And when you know more about a subject than a handful of people, you're their expert. That's all you need to be an expert within your circle. I'm an expert within my circle. I am an expert through the people who I have built these gears with, that I have built the like, know, and trust with. They see me as the go-to person to train on direct sales and network marketing. You want to become the go-to person for whatever it is that you sell, for being that person who has the most amazing team that you need to join. And when you can educate people, it helps with this, sharing tips and hacks, sharing information, sharing knowledge, helping people with their problems. All those things, they help share that education. And it really does make a difference because then people will remember who you are and think, oh, actually, they know a lot about what they're doing. They can help me with this. And it builds that trust up between you and them knowing that you're the person that is the one that's going to be there for them and help them with the problems that they've got. So educate is that next one. Third in gears is an A, which stands for add value. Wherever you are, wherever you're showing up, whatever communities you are in on and offline, add value. Don't make it all about the sale. If you make it all about the sale, it can feel really like you are taking from people, like you are just grabbing, like you are only there for yourself, like you're doing that what's in it for me. Yeah, you're going to buy for what's in it for me. You're going to join my team for what's in it for me. When you add value, you are being part of a community. You are valued within that space because you are serving, you're helping, you're sharing, you are connecting other people, you are giving knowledge, you are giving time. And this helps build those connections and build those relationships and grow your audience as somebody who is worth something, who is not just there and out to get for themselves, who is part of that world and wants to grow those connections for genuine reasons. So adding value wherever you are is key to successful non-ick audience growth. Because when you're seen as somebody who is helpful, who is giving, who is part of something bigger than just, I want this for me, I'm going to help you get what you want. I'm going to, share things that might be helpful. I'm going to maybe recommend other people. You become a person that people want to get to know. You become like a connector. You how do I explain it? So let me give you an example. If I want a plumber and I don't know a plumber, I would ask in my local community that I trust, where there's people out there that know plumbers who use plumbers that are really good. And I will go in there and I'll say, look, who's the best plumber to use? I've got this problem, right? And people will tag different plumbers in that area, or the local pub. They'll, oh, so and so's a really great plumber. I trust the person who's recommending the plumber, therefore I'm probably going to use that one over anybody else. When you're part of a community and you're adding value, you become that go-to person that other people tag. So you can grow your audience without you having to do all the work yourself. You can grow your audience through who knows who trusts who recommends who. And you can become that person that, so-and-so down the pub, oh, I'm really in need of some really great makeup. Who can I go and speak to? And they'll go, oh, I know somebody who sells that makeup. I'm going to recommend them to you. Here's their details. That's how this works. And that adding value through your social media, through being a valued member of the social media community and adding value through the things that you're posting, through social media communities like Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups, adding value in those, you become part of that community. In your local community for offline business, being part of that sort of community and doing things that aren't just going to make you sales, you become that person who is the connector. You become that person who is going to be building those relationships. Even better, if you can be the person who's recommending the plumber to somebody else, the person who you're recommending the plumber to will see you in a better light and they'll be interested in you and want to find out more about you. And the plumber will love you as well because you're recommending them. You become more valued in those people's eyes. So therefore, when you're giving and you are sharing and you are helping, you are becoming better known for being there and supporting everybody else. Does that make sense? I know what I mean. Hopefully it's made sense to you. Do ask questions in the show notes, and the comments on this podcast if you don't understand, and I will explain better. Anyway, right, so that was E. No, it was A. Oh, goodness me. I can't spell today. R in gears is relate. Relate to people. When you relate to people, they feel heard and understood. I think it's really important that your audience understand that you relate to them. You have been where they are. You have had similar problems to where they are. You understand where they are for whatever reason if you haven't been in those places. Relating to somebody really helps with that connection. And it really helps with encouraging people to trust you over somebody else. So when you relate to somebody, you are so much more likely to connect. You're so much more likely to take the relationship further than with somebody who there's a complete disconnect. And this is why I see so many people on social media struggling, because they're not putting anything out there that helps the audience relate to them. It's all business related. It's all facts related. People like a story. They like to feel that relationship. They like to understand who you are so that they can feel whether they're going to get to know you, so that they can relate to you, and vice versa. When you're talking to them and you're asking questions through your socials or at a fair and event, you can help them feel related and understood. And it can simply be improving your listening skills. It can be improving your relationship, your communication skills, helping how you talk to people and how your posts come across and the content that you're putting out there on socials can massively help with how much you relate to people as well. So look at that, how you relate to people side of things. If you want to grow an audience successfully and quickly, that R for relate really does matter. So have a good think about how you can bring that into your business as well. And then S in gears. The last one, support. Your audience wants support from you. And I think rather than selling all the time, which could have been the S in gears, I think support is much better. Support, serve, solve problems, can be any of these things, or all of these things would be better. Let's stick a load of S's on gears. I think if you serve and solve people's problems and support people, you will get more sales because people will feel like they need what you've got. I could just say, hey, come and buy this thing, it's amazing. Or I could say, hey, look, I've built a relationship up with you. I know what your problems are. You trust me enough to say, look, I think this thing's the best. This is what I would recommend for you, and it will fix this, this, and this problem that you've already told me you've got. That is so much more likely to get a sale than, hey, buy this thing. Because they feel like they need it. They feel supported. They have had their problem solved. You have served them in a way that makes them feel related to. And that connection, again, is so important. That like, know, and trust factor, you can't do that. You can't serve somebody unless you know what their problems are and how they feel. So I think it's really, really key. That support, that serving, that solving will massively help you with that building your audience of buying customers. And even if they're not ready to buy yet, the support you give to your audience is massive. I give so much support away for free. This podcast is absolutely chock full of support that you don't have to pay for. My Facebook group, Direct Selling Success, that is a great place for loads and loads of free stuff. I do a live every Wednesday. I do posts that can help you. I give tips away. I do free challenges to support that audience because I know the more support that I can give, the more I can grow my audience of people who like, know, and trust me, who relate to me, who I can support further with paid products. And I know that if I can get a result from people with my free stuff, I can get even bigger results for the people who pay me. If I can have an impact and get you a result with the free stuff, imagine where it will take you if you pay me for my membership of £34 a month or whatever it is. What a difference I can make to people. But I can't make that difference unless they can see the impact it can have. So that support, that's where it's valuable. That's where it's valuable to me and to them, because then they can decide whether that support is what they need. I really do think that the gears in your business are crucial. Genuine connection, education, add value, relate, and support. Really key. And if you can make a habit of doing all those things throughout your days that you're working on your business, it can make such a difference to the growth of your business. They're my non-negotiables every single day. They're my non-negotiables. And I break them down into meeting new people, to put the gears in place, nurturing that audience and solving their problems. And that's what has made me a very successful business. This one over the past 5, nearly 6 years, and my direct sales business that I had for 17 years before that. Honestly, gears are key. I hope you've liked this podcast. If you have enjoyed it, please subscribe. Come and find me across my socials. And if there's anything else I can do for you or you have any questions, please drop me a line. You can comment on this podcast or you can send me an email at anna@directselling success.com. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please go and listen to some more of these podcasts and see you all soon. Bye.